Hey guys, welcome to Vaders Fist, episode 5. My name is Lucas, and we got a full panel today. Let's go from me down to this fellow over here.
Hey guys, sorry I was gone last week. I was moving back into my parents' house. I'm really excited to be back. I'm George, if you don't know me. Go to the next guy.
I'm Nick Depke. I was here last week, so I'm just back again.
And
Just passing on right there.
I'm Tyler, and I'm making my second appearance today.
AKA Darth Ginger, Darth Depke, and Darth Coolos. I'm Darth Egan. Let's get started. So,
I love the smile on your face.
It's like a giddy little school.
Alright. So, our first topic of the day, there have been rumors, kind of plot, could be spoiler alerts,
Which
but
with
not
Star
really.
Wars, it's always 50-50.
It's 50-50, but there is, I get on, I'm looking up the story, alright?
Are you? Somebody likes to use their cell
I saw lots of text messages.
Okay, would you just,
phone. So we're kind of like
okay, so on Star Wars Newsnet, where we get all of our, information, there's a thing on here that says, rumor on Luke Skywalker and Knights of Ren in Star Wars Episode 8. They go on to say that there's a description, and this is what it says. It says, Luke Skywalker and Rey are on A142, which is like the new planet that they find Luke at. Just before nightfall, as the sun sets in the background and it starts to rain. Rey's hair is pulled back, that she doesn't have the same vest from Episode 8. Luke and Rey are wearing the costumes we described before, which is the newer looks. If you guys haven't heard about that,
I heard about that.
I
and
saw she changed her wardrobe at
Yeah.
the end once they got back from
yeah, it's kind of like that.
the Death Star thing.
Yep. And then Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren turn up along the coast. It goes on to say that Kylo Ren continues advancing towards the heroes. With the Knights of Ren, Kylo does not wear the mask here. So that means that his scar is showing. And Kylo, he has the same crossguard blade as he does in Episode 7.
Oh, okay.
So that obviously shows that that he still has his lightsaber. You know, he recreated it if it was destroyed by Rey in Episode 7. He has the same look as he does in Episode 7. Rey and Kylo Ren duel one-on-one and end up fighting alongside the cliff face overlooking the nighttime water.
Of course.
Kylo wants his revenge, obviously, after Rey has disgraced him. The Knights of Ren then go and fight Luke. So that's 6 or 7 guys versus a Jedi Grandmaster at this point. He's past Yoda, in my opinion. So they engage Luke. Luke engages the Knights on the beach, and while Kylo attempts to kill Rey, the first Black Knight with an axe has an axe and moves forward towards Luke, but is force pushed away to his death after being thrown through the air, which is kind of ironic because force push really isn't supposed to kill people. After Luke dispatches the first knight, he ignites his green lightsaber, which is going to be freaking awesome to see on film. And then he moves through each knight one by one, and then Rey and Kylo Ren end up fighting, and it goes on to say that Luke goes up and saves Rey, and they fight.
Okay, so honestly, I mean, if you guys don't remember, about a year before the Episode 7 came out, there was an unknown source that said the first scene in the movie was going to be a hand, and it obviously wasn't. So I'm kind of skeptical about that because it's not a valid source. You know, it's not like saying it was, you know, they didn't name the source, which, I mean, that doesn't mean it's not going to be true, but it's kind of like that situation with Episode 7. It was an unknown source saying that X, Y, and Z, just like this, and it didn't happen. So, I mean, until you get a name, I'm not going to really...
Well, it makes sense.
But it sounds interesting.
If you look at the flashback, you see what they're describing here.
Right, exactly.
Is the flash forward, flash vision that she's having.
Right.
What do you two think down there? What do you think?
Well, it could just be like, shit. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Tito? Ginger, what do you have? Because since
over here
Dark
just
Deputy doesn't know.
Nothing's going on.
It made sense as like from what we did see from the vision, what you described pretty much happens. I mean,
Yeah.
that part makes sense to me at least.
I agree with that.
So I mean, I and it goes on to say that Luke ends up killing all the Knights of Ren.
That's kind of implied,
Maybe.
though. But I
He
mean,
could-
I don't think he kills. I don't think he kills. I think he really injures a lot of them. Maybe kills a few.
And then
He kills
and
a
then it
few
goes
of
and then it goes on to say that he walks up and Kylo Ren backs off and is kind of afraid after seeing his whole gang of buddies
I
get
think
destroyed by Luke.
I don't
frickin'
think
Skywalker.
I don't
Kind
think
of a
Luke
pain,
kills
too.
all of them just because he is a Jedi. He's not gonna.
Yeah.
He's not gonna forcibly kill all of them. He'll probably kill a couple of them just to like kind of
Make a point.
Yeah, and then the other ones he'll injure, and then obviously I think that's when Kylo's gonna be like, oh crap.
I think Kylo Ren's gonna kill Luke Skywalker.
Eventually.
I
I think they're
It's
eventually
gonna
gonna
be
play
in.
Like a Darth Vader and
I think it's
Yeah,
it's
gonna be
I
like
think
an
it's a
old one,
Snoke. I
Like
think
she has to.
Or
like,
maybe
he dies in a way that saves her.
Okay, so let's
Maybe like he's just stalling and fighting
Right.
them while they're getting away, just somehow. I think
let's have
that's,
a little discussion. So you guys think it's kind of like that Kylo Ren's gonna be? Actually, me and Lucas have said that we actually think Snoke and Luke.
I think
and then
Snoke
he's
and Luke are
die.
gonna battle, honestly, because then you have the two big villains. Well, I mean, okay, so Kylo Ren, you got Kylo Ren, and then you got
Yeah, the two masters.
yeah, you got them. You got Luke Skywalker, and then Snoke battling out. I think that makes more sense than having
It's almost like episode
Kylo
3.
Ren kill.
It's
Luke.
almost like
I don't
if
know.
Yoda died in episode 3 against Palpatine.
Yeah.
I don't know, but either way, I think it's going to be a good cinematic part of the movie. Let's go on to the next topic.
So they're-
big
Yeah.
type guy.
Yeah, I agree. I think
I don't-
Snoke is
Okay,
gonna be.
I just think
person.
like usually in movies they always bring the
The
apprentice,
underling, yeah.
the under guy. He's the one running around
Like
doing
the
everything.
muscle.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
just-
he's doing the handiwork.
yeah.
but I mean, you gotta. You
I actually
notice
don't
how
think
Ray.
if we see that fight, it's not going to happen until episode.
Yeah, I believe that too.
So
If Kylo Ren shows up, fails for a second time, then Snoke's gonna have to join in. You know what
You
I
would
mean?
think,
Because
yeah.
you can't say if Kylo Ren's not gonna take care of it, then Snoke's like,
Then he's
well, I'll
gotta
have to go take care of it. But there's also another actor who's been cast as Benicio del Toro. Did you see Sicario? You know what Sicario is? He's the
See that guy in the commercials?
yes,
Heineken?
yes, yeah. I think he's gonna end up being like a Sith Lord or something.
well, they're
in the
not
movies.
Sith.
Well, he could be. He could be somebody that shows up. He
I
could be
I
a
just see
bounty
him
hunter.
like
He
in
could just be.
general,
yeah.
He could be a bounty hunter. I can see that.
But I would love to see Benicio del Toro's
So
character
let's
go.
off of that note, let's start talking about the Han Solo movie come up.
Yeah.
Nick Depke has actually been very adamant about not really liking the guy's play. I actually, honestly, I really don't. I'm not really into the movie as a whole. Honestly, it's not really a big thing for me.
He was on the guy, whatever his name is. I can't say
Alan
He was
Edrich.
on Conan or Jimmy Fallon or something.
Yeah.
And I kind of liked him on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they showed like a picture of him
As
like
Han
his
Solo.
face over Han Solo, so
Right.
you can kind of see it and stuff.
See, I was saying that
I
last
They just
week.
put his little flair to it.
Han
and
Solo
it
was just
worked.
like I don't know. Han Solo isn't that big a deal for me. I actually would rather see a Yoda movie than a Han Solo movie. Honestly.
I don't know if I could take Yoda.
I don't know if I could
I
do
don't
it.
know whether
Yeah,
because it's
talking.
like,
I just want to see
Not-
like what is like more evidence. On
what do
his
you do?
species.
What do you do with him though?
Yeah.
I
Do,
don't
do you
know.
start him from when he started as an apprentice? Because we don't know anything about that.
This
And I
is-
don't really
I-
want to see him
I'm not
as.
saying I have the answers. This is why I'm
Yeah.
a
What do you
history. I'm gonna
think
be a
though?
history teacher.
What do you think?
I don't know. I just kind of want to see something.
I mean, honestly, if I were to see another anthology movie, I think we all agree we want to see Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan.
Or I would like to see more of a kind of like an in between of a 4 and 5 with Luke.
Which they could do with that
And
with the guy that plays Bucky.
And you can mesh the Han Solo and Luke anthropology film together.
I don't know.
Because they were
Because-
together.
Well, they weren't together when this Han Solo movie is going to take place before.
No, I
episode
meant
4.
like in that situation, you could imagine you could just have it between 4 and 5.
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, if you did that, I would definitely be up for like in between 6 and 7 and how
Yeah, that's
and
what
have
I-
Sebastian
Right.
Stan, who plays Bucky in Captain America: Civil War. He looks almost
Yeah, I don't know
identical
if you
to
guys.
Mark Hamill.
I don't know if you guys seen this. We'll put it. We should put it up.
Yeah, we'll put it up when we're talking about
it's-
it.
It's It's.
What do you guys? What do you guys think? Have you guys seen
it?
that? Have you guys seen that? Have you
The
seen that
picture?
picture?
Yeah.
You've seen the Sebastian Stan, the Bucky,
Yeah, you showed
the guy
it
that
to
plays
me.
Bucky?
Yeah.
In Captain America?
Yeah,
they
in
put-
the
they
picture
put
of him
like
and Mark
a-
Hamill.
I can see it. You don't have to show me a picture. I
Yeah,
saw
they
it.
put the
Yeah.
put like the Mach
It's
head
weird.
over it, and he looked
It's
exactly
weird, right? It would
like
totally work.
It was ridiculous.
They should start doing that because that would be a great movie. I mean, I'm pretty excited for Han Solo.
Yeah.
are you excited for Han Solo, Ginger?
Oh yeah. As long as Chewbacca's in there,
Yeah.
I'm hyped.
Yeah,
well,
right.
you think
If
well,
Chewie's not in it, I'm
it's gonna be based. It's gonna be based on how Chewie and Han meet up.
Well, then I'm excited.
Yeah, who doesn't like a Wookiee, man? I mean,
a
seriously.
giant ball of fur.
Yeah, get this walking carpet out of my way.
Gotta find that guy and call me a walking carpet.
Where's that call me a walking carpet? God, that's a great one. If you haven't seen the Robot Chickens, I would. As a Star Wars fan, I would. You need to watch it.
Stormtrooper?
Yes,
Oh,
Stormtrooper.
go!
Yes,
Stormtrooper.
it's great.
Go.
It's great. It's
All right.
great.
So, speaking of Yoda, let's move on to the next one. Rumor has it that Frank Oz has started his lines for Episode 8, which means that we're probably going to see Yoda in Episode 8. So, what do we think about that?
I love it. I think because they were originally there was supposed to be a scene of Yoda, of Luke
Right.
talking to Yoda, which I think would have
Oh,
been
that'd be
something to
cool.
see because you
Well,
obviously
maybe they
hear-
wanted to save it for Episode 8 so it can have Luke and Rey.
Well, I
That makes
mean,
sense.
I think he should show up. I think Ewan McGregor should show up, and I even think Hayden Christensen should show up as
Which
Anakin.
they probably
How would they add
Christensen.
Hayden Christensen in there?
because as a force
'Cause,
ghost, as a force
he,
ghost, because they
gave-
changed it at the end.
He gave up his and the reason he could become a Force Ghost is because he went back to the light side. When he
Yeah.
before he died.
So I mean,
Well, what do you guys think about Yoda being in this movie?
I mean-
Kind of like ish.
It would
If
be.
he's in there, I'll be like, yeah!
Like
It's
I'll
Yoda!
cheer-
Green
I'll-
people!
I'll cheer in the movie theater and be like, yeah, I know, Luke will.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
You were.
I mean, I
you
don't know.
screamed
This
in the
man
opening-
saw
opening
the
monologue.
Episode 7 6 times.
6 times, 2 in 3D and 2 in 3D and 4 in
Saw
regular.
it 3 times, once in 3D. That's all you
It
need,
was
boys.
great. It was
I
great.
can't do it 3D.
But
hurts my eyes.
so, I mean,
like take it off half
So
the
it's
time.
okay.
it's like from what I'm reading, we get all of our stuff from Star Wars Newsnet, which is very, very reliable. And I mean, he went in there and said a few lines for Ryan Johnson, which I mean, if he's in there, it'd be great. And then you push the story forward with having it's kind of like what they had for Episode 5, kind of with Obi-Wan coming back as a Force Ghost.
Oh, yeah, that
And helping Luke and Yoda really understand
And
each
they're
other.
kind of trying to still. They're not like copying. It's not going to be like. A lot of people had a lot of issues with how Episode 7 was really similar.
Yeah.
That was that guy.
I kind of did too,
Really
but I
similar.
mean, I think it should be somewhat similar, but not too. I think it just can't be too close. You know?
I
They
mean,
kind of mirrored it pretty much
I
for,
think
for
they-
some most part.
They need to
I'm
go
sorry.
off on their own path. Right
Yeah.
now.
That's why I think so.
I
too.
mean, it's a good
I think it will make.
setup.
I think it will make a better movie.
It's a good setup for a Star Wars movie. Like, gets
Oh,
it
yeah.
going.
But like,
Definitely.
I think for the first
They-
one, it was
they
a
did
good
a
idea
really
to frame
good-
it like
Yeah.
that. But
Yeah.
they need to go on.
Now
their
they
own.
need to,
Yeah,
now
but like
it's
for
gonna
if the
get
second one is like another mirror image of the fifth of Episode 5.
I won't
It's
be.
going-
I won't be disappointed, but I'll be kind of like a little pissed.
It'll have
you'll just be like,
it'll
Yeah.
have
It'll still be a good
factors.
movie.
Yeah.
But I mean,
It will have
obviously-
things that are kind of like Empire,
which is
but
fine.
it won't. But it because honestly,
But
Empire's
I
my
don't-
favorite. out of all
But
the
I
Star
don't
Wars
want it to.
movies.
Like we said before, I don't want it to be mirrored as much as Episode 7 was
Yeah.
before.
Oh well,
You
no.
know what I mean?
I think it's going to be different. It's just there's so much similarity. It's because the older generation didn't like the prequels, and they wanted to give the prequels kind of like in the
Yeah.
first thing
Yeah,
that he
it's
says.
true.
He goes this will begin to make things right, which was kind of a nod to the fans of, oh yeah, the prequels were a misstep and we're gonna redo the whole thing. Which I think, like in our generation, the prequels, except for Episode 1, the last half of Episode 1 was pretty good. Like the first half, I could have gone without, but like I like the prequels to an extent. I can, and 1 and 2 are definitely not my favorite, but 3's up there.
2 is so bad.
2, it has.
Don't
its
even
things.
get me started.
2's weird.
Two
I like
two
2
gets
a lot.
little
I like
sketchy.
2 a lot more than 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know, I kind of grew up on 1 a lot, so I kind of have a soft spot.
3
for
was by
3
far
was-
my
I
favorite,
hate-
just
my
because
pet peeve is when people are like, "Oh, 3 Hayden Christensen was terrible." I actually thought that was like one of his best acting.
he was better. He was better in 3 than he was in 2.
definitely.
I would agree. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. So we're gonna kind of mesh these two because Lucas has a little more insight. So you're gonna start on these. John Boyega talking about Episode 8 and new images and characters and descriptions.
And so there was an interview done by.
When was this?
It was May 17th, so it was last week.
Okay.
He was asked about the making of Episode 8. He said that it was 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
Yeah, definitely.
So it would have been Sunday. It would have been Sunday.
No,
It would have been.
I graduated in the 14.
Let's not look any dumber.
Yeah.
Go on.
It was Monday.
Okay. Okay.
Just,
It was Monday. Whatever.
No.
Whatever it was.
It was
He was asked by Vulture, which I think is a
It
website.
was literally yesterday.
I hate you guys so much. He was at a film festival and he was asked about Episode 8, and he said that it's totally different from what anybody is thinking about Star Wars. Like it's totally different, which kind of scares me, and it kind of excites me at the same time.
I think it excites me, and honestly, but then again, when he says dark, I mean everyone's been saying it's gonna be dark. We've been hearing that since they started talking about Episode 8, so that doesn't really surprise me, honestly.
And they asked him.
I like how he says it's gonna be nothing like we've seen before.
And they also asked him about Tom Hardy's cameo.
Oh,
He played it off like he had no idea.
Played
But
a
let's
Jon
be
Snow.
real, did.
Played a Jon Snow.
Yeah, pretty much. I would say so. He said he's
he's
quoted.
alive.
He was quoted.
Didn't?
He's
No, I'm dead. Man.
he goes.
Okay.
Vulture asked him, "I've heard a rumor which you can refute that Tom Hardy may have come on set to do a day as a stormtrooper who slaps your ass." And then he goes, "Quite." And then Boyega goes, "Who slaps my ass? Wow, did Tom Hardy say that?" And then he's like, he played it off as like, "Oh, jokey." So I mean, he knows a lot. There's a lot of stuff in this interview
Well, I would hope he knows
that
He
that
did the freaking movie.
and I think Episode 8 is going to be a kind of a difference between. It's going to be similar because we're taking 2 different paths with our heroes. Rey's doing her thing, and Finn's going to be with Poe.
Just getting
Yeah,
his surgery
resistance.
done.
Yeah, what?
Back.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was.
He's gonna do
so
a bunch of
bad.
rehab.
It's going to be.
I remember the first time I saw it in 3D. I was like, oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's.
it's.
I was like, oh shit, he's dead. I was like, they just
And then he's like- and then at the end he's like, he's alive.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
gonna be. I honestly, I think he's gonna end up being a bigger part than people think he is.
I think he's actually gonna be a Jedi.
I could see it. I hope that's true. That'd be
really
that'd be awesome.
Be like the Jedi Iron Man.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Man, this episode is gonna be awesome to rewatch, I tell you. So now bouncing off that, really exciting news about Rogue One, which comes out in a matter of 8 months. December? Yeah, December.
It's near
we got-
Christmas, okay?
We got an official visual story guide, and it's got a lot of spoilers in it. And it was released online, I think, Monday. It was released Monday.
So don't watch it.
And
Yeah, if you want to be let
here's-
down, don't.
Yeah,
Don't.
if you don't want to listen to this, I'm gonna wave my hand saying that we're starting it, and then I'm gonna wave it when we're done talking about this subject.
I think they got it.
But anyways, they go through all the actors and actresses' names and what they're playing. So we obviously know Felicity Jones is. Diego Luna plays Captain Cassian Andor, which is the guy who's sitting on the side in the trailer. He's kind of Han Solo looking guy. That's what I would say. Zhang Wen plays Baze. He's the guy that's holding the red gun at the end, towards the end with the AT-ATs. Alan Tudyk, he's playing that droid that's running with Felicity Jones in that one scene. He's this guy.
I should have rewatched. Yeah, I should have rewatched this.
He's that guy.
Never seen it before.
Yeah, because he's CGI. He's the droid.
Oh.
He's the droid. And we'll put up a picture for that
Yeah,
one.
we'll-
So,
we'll edit that in, yeah.
Donnie Yen's gonna be playing a spiritual warrior, which is kind of
He doesn't have a lightsaber, he has swords.
Is he vegan?
no. He's
I would hope so.
oh my
It's
god.
very spiritual.
This episode is going to
Shut up,
crap
Nick.
right now. Okay, so
We'll cut that out.
You can't cut that out.
okay.
Comedic relief.
Shut up, guys. Okay. So there's gonna be aliens. We haven't seen some of these characters that they're describing, but we do have visual confirmation that Vader is in fact gonna be in this movie, which really excites all of us because I want to see Vader cut.
So when you say
people
us,
down,
I'm pretty sure you mean you.
all of us.
Mostly.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
sure, I'm the Vader lover here, but I mean,
Seeing a new, not actually acted out, you could CGI Vader and just have him hacking people to pieces.
no, it's not the same, man. You gotta have somebody in that suit. It's just
Plus,
Yeah,
why wouldn't
I
you
know.
want to be in
So
that
now
suit?
James Earl Jones anymore.
Yeah, you
No,
know,
you
James
do.
Earl Jones.
Yeah, James Earl Jones is voicing Vader for these movies. For the movies.
He does Star Wars Rebels. Too.
Yeah, and it's. I mean, when I see these pictures, it's got more.
It's okay.
Anyways, and this is there's a picture of Vader in the middle, and it's pretty sweet. I'll show the guys. It's like it's that. It's like he's off to the side, but then there's a really huge.
Can't see that.
Oh, there he is. There she blows.
Oh.
Yeah, I was
So
definitely not
he's-
looking
I was
at
looking at everybody.
He's in. So he's definitely going to be in this movie,
I
and,
was like,
and
he's
it's
not
just
wearing
this
a
whole
fucking
visual
beard.
guide shows a whole bunch of stuff in depth about the Death Star, what parts are in it, and new vehicles, which I found was weird. There's a new vehicle that's called it's called a Rebel Starfighter, but it's like a mixture of an A-wing, and an X-wing, which is weird because this is you know what an A-wing is, right?
Yeah, it looks like an A.
Yeah.
The X-wing looks like an S.
Yes, exactly. Yes. So, I mean,
Genius.
that's pretty. I think that's
Figure
pretty.
that one out.
Yeah. The geometry taught Nick levels.
Oh man, guys.
Really silly
This is
video.
gone. This is gone. This should be a bloopers. But anyways, after seeing these,
Oh, I love it.
Man, are we ever gonna do this again? I don't know.
It's all good fun.
But after reading into this, I'm really excited for One now.
Oh, yeah.
My excitement level has gone from here all the way up to here.
Plus, when
Just-
you're reading Bloodline, too, I mean.
Oh,
So.
well, I mean, that's
But you guys haven't gotten that really good book, apparently. I'm still waiting for Lucas to finish it. 'Cause
I mean-
I have dibs before Nick.
Nick's not gonna read it.
Yeah.
He's gonna read Game of Thrones before he reads anything else.
Yep.
So, now we're gonna talk.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna talk about a theory. We've been talking about who's in the back of the tank. We've already all decided that. We all decided that Vader's in the back tank, right?
He must be. He has to be
Everybody-
rehabbing from something.
Yeah.
Something happened.
And I'll get into a little bit in depth on a video that I watched from. It was
Right.
Dash Star, actually.
Yeah,
And
so if
he's
you
got
guys
some good videos.
Check him out.
Um,
Stupendous Wave is good too.
There's a theory out there that Starkiller, who was in the game Force Unleashed,
And 2.
both games,
Yes, that's
is and the whole story behind that is that Vader finds a apprentice and he trains him all the way up and he betrays him. Blah blah blah. You have to check out the game. It's
When
pretty
does
cool.
what time period
Is Starkiller?
Yeah.
It's in between 3 and 4.
It's right.
So-
It's right when he's his family signia is the rebels symbol. So
yeah.
it's pretty. It's like
It's an interesting
10 years
backstory, even though it's not canon.
Yeah.
officially. But I think it could be cool if they had the guy that is bowing down to the back of the tank
Right.
being Star Killer. That would be pretty.
If you
sweet.
guys actually don't want to have to like play the game or buy it, there is full video game movies on YouTube where they just do all the cutscenes and you get
Yeah.
the whole story. That's how I kind of figure out what it was.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Have you guys
It's
played? You
really
guys have played that game, right?
Yeah, it's a very good game.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think it was fun picking up people and
Oh, it's
picking up
it's
the
a fun game.
stormtroopers and they're like,
Like,
oh, yeah, flying them in.
Slide
Yeah,
them
it all lights
Yeah.
too.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
great.
yeah, it was a fun game.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I mean, what else do you guys think? Like back to, what do you think Vader's gonna be like in this movie? Like,
Well,
you think he's gonna play a big part or a small part?
I think he's gonna have like kind of not a big part, but he's gonna have his cameos. Definitely. I think when they're running away in that scene on the tropical island, I think Vader's like coming in.
Mhm.
I think that's what's
What do
going
you think, Darth Depke?
As
Well, I don't know if he's gonna have a huge part.
that's fine.
He might though. Like
It's
he
Darth
might just be
Vader.
like. Do we know how many years like after?
This
After
is-
Revenge of the
episode
Sith?
3?
This is
It's
I'm a
5
s-
years. It's okay. So Rebels is in between. It's 5 years before New Hope. So it's in between season 3 of Rebels, and that's approximately
You're getting
2
nowhere.
years.
Yeah. So probably
It's
like 3 years.
3 years before New
episode-
Hope.
Okay, yeah.
3 years before New
There
Hope.
you go.
So, and you see him a difference between.
He's probably still super pissed at like the rebels. Like he's probably using his anger to, like his
Yeah.
losing of Padme and like thinking she's dead and all that stuff. Probably just focusing all that on the rebels. So he might just go full badass.
No, I think.
Oh, and plus this is a younger Vader than we see in New
Yeah.
Hope. So I'm kind of curious to see, does he actually get hurt in this movie, and is that why he's slower?
Or he could
Oh,
be
let's-
kind of
let's- let-
training and learning his new
Yeah.
like, mechanical arms
Let's-
and legs and all
Let's
that
let Darth Ginger get a word in here because I don't think I've heard much from him. But do you think the same as all of us, or you got something
but
different?
I think he'll have a bigger role than just the
Just a
little
cameo.
cameos, yeah.
I think he's gonna be huge. And the video I watched was describing it that he's in the back of the tank and he's recuperating from a battle that happens with the rebels, which makes sense because when you look at Darth Vader in Episode 3 and then Episode 4, he's slower. So something's got to happen. And even in Rebels, he is faster. He has faster combat. He's able to do more stuff with the limbs that he's given in Episode 3. So something's got to happen to his limbs to where he has to move a little bit differently and a lot slower.
You know, it'd be really cool if at the end of Rebels, what they did was they had him getting really seriously injured and connected into Rogue One.
Well, I think he's going to get injured in Rogue One. I think that's what's going to happen.
You think it's gonna happen? In Rogue
Yeah, it's
One,
gonna happen
and
in
he's
Rogue
gonna
One,
go in
that's-
the back, you think?
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
So maybe it's like earlier in the movie, and then in the middle, towards
Yeah,
the middle.
In the
Well, the
middle of
thing-
the act, and then he'll
the
show
thing-
back up.
But then again, the thing with that back you take scene is you never really see those Imperial. That's the thing with me is those Imperial guards are only with the Emperor because they're Imperial guards. They only need to protect the Emperor.
Yeah.
Darth Vader really doesn't need.
Maybe he's in the vicinity, but I don't know. It
He
could
might,
be
he might
anybody.
be. Yeah, I mean, again, who knows? But yeah, anyways, you guys. I mean, any final thoughts?
Well, I'm saying
Anything?
like he's in the back of the tank. Maybe he's given those original limbs and stuff, and they are too slow. Like they are too heavy, or he can't do
He's
something.
starting
And then
to.
he gets like cut up, tore up, beat up, whatever, and just he's in the back of the tank healing, and they give him wounds.
Yeah, that's what I think. I totally agree with you because it takes. Because if you look from film to film, his fighting style is totally different in Episode 4. And then
It's
once you get to
slow.
Episode 5, it's a little bit faster, and then it gets a lot better in Episode 6. Like
Which,
the
I
fighting
mean,
wise,
and then again,
different.
that might. I mean, that's also in the '70s, and they didn't
Yeah,
have
that could
as
just be
good
like-
choreography.
Well, but then you give more of a story. The story makes sense then if you have
It
this
does.
happen to him.
It does, but
Yeah.
again, I mean, you don't because I mean, it was obviously they didn't really know what the choreography was for.
Well, yeah,
And-
but I mean,
yeah, you're
I'm
right,
thinking
it would-
story-wise.
yeah, story-wise,
Story-wise,
it
it
would
makes
make sense.
sense to have him
So,
not
yeah,
be able to move very fast.
Ginger, you have any final thoughts or anything?
No.
Nah, bro, we good.
Alright, well, we're gonna go down the line and kind of tell you where you can find us on social media. We're gonna go from Ginger down. So, Ginger, where can the kids find you on Twitter?
You can hit me up at Tyler. I think it's Tyler_Tell. That's TOELLE.
You can find me on Twitter at DevKey2. And then you don't even want to know the rest of mine. Snapchat.
Guys, I don't remember mine. Mine is in the description.
Okay, and mine is at Lord Vader 2123, or you can hit up the official Sith Council videos, Sith Council 23. And may the Force be with you.
Please hit the subscribe button, leave a like, and comment.
Always.
Bye.